Thank you.
Welcome to Spectacular Sunday, a day of giving from coast to coast. What a show we have for you tonight. With Israel's Eurovision 2021 representative, Edan Elena. Legendary musician, David Broza. World-renowned singer and songwriter, Idan Raichel. The queen of Israeli song, Rita. Israel's favorite band, Hadag Nahash. Mind-blowing mentalist, Eran Biderman. Highlighting JNF USA inspiring projects in Israel. Guardian of Israel Award, Noa Tishby. Special tribute to the Israeli Olympic team. 9/11 heroes. More surprises coming up. And now, please welcome our house band, Itai Chris and Televana. And your host, Elon Gold.
People, let them know. Let me know. People, there are people here. Oh my goodness. Am I on gallery view? Speaker view? Is this Zoom? Are we still Zooming? There's people here. Yes. Welcome everybody. Welcome. This is very exciting. What a night we have. Shh. Welcome to JNF USA's Spectacular Sunday. Yeah. I'm Elon Gold. I'm also known as the Jewish Jerry Seinfeld. Thank you. I appreciate that. It is an honor to be here. I'm so excited to be here. You know, when I think about all the comedians they could have asked to MC this, I'm honored. And I heard it was down to me and Bill Cosby. And he's out, he's available, and you made the right choice, JNF. You made the right choice, the safer choice. A little too soon for those jokes? Okay, fine. No, I was actually insulted when I first got asked to do this. I was like, JNF, was that Jews not funny? Why are they asking me to do that? And then it turns out it's Jewish National Fund, people, my favorite, the best organization. Yeah. And I'm so excited to be back in New York City, New York in the house. This is my hometown. This is where I'm from. Yeah, I live in LA now. I just flew in on the Delta variant. Why are they naming these horrible viruses after companies that we all love? Beer companies, airlines we all use. If you're going to name a horrible virus after something, name it after a company we hate, right? Like you turn on the news and it's like, well, mask mandates are back in place thanks to the Ben & Jerry's variant. That's right. By the way, I did that joke in a mixed crowd. It was Jews and non-Jews just last week. And the non-Jews just looked at the Jews and went, they're mad at ice cream? What could ice cream have done to these people? Who's angry at ice cream? We are. Ben & Jerry, you momsers. Am I right, people? That's right, because we support Israel. We love Israel. Don't boycott Israel. Let me guess, they're still selling in Afghanistan, right? They've got the new Kabul Kaboom flavor that should be coming out shortly. But it's an exciting time. First of all, Shana Tova, everybody. Shana Tova. Healthy New Year. Forget happy. We'll work on happy next year. Let's just do healthy. And what a new year it is already. This Rosh Hashanah was already so much better than last Rosh Hashanah. Last Rosh Hashanah was weird. I was dipping apples in Purell. The guy didn't even want to put the shofar to his lips. He was like faking it. He pretended to do it and made the noise. He was like, what? I'm doing it. You want to put your mouth on this? You do it. Thank you, 4 people. And Yom Kippur, that was also, last year was so weird. It was in someone's backyard, in a neighbor's backyard. It's weird to do Kol Nidre by a hot tub. You're literally standing next to a lot of the reasons you're banging your chest, begging, a lot of the stuff that goes on in that tub you gotta atone for. And there it is, right there. It's just a weird, but it was a beautiful service that day. It was a beautiful, and by beautiful I mean 2 hours. Oh my God, I showed up at 10. They did an abridged version. Showed up at 10. I was done at noon, took a 5-hour nap, broke the fast and said to myself, you know what? Maybe they don't need to rush this vaccine out just yet. Let's get one more of these kippers in, am I right? Because this Thursday is gonna be tough. They're doing the full service. Oh my God. I am vaxxed, by the way. I know you all wanna know. Everybody asks, are you vaxxed? Everybody asks that, it's so annoying. Someone came over to me the other day and he was like, hey, are you vaxxed? And I was like, yeah, I'm vaxxed. Are you sure that you're vaxxed? Which one did you get? Pfizer, Moderna, Tijuana? What? Did they cook your vaccine in a spoon? What were the side effects? Headaches, nausea, euphoria? What happened after? I understand how you would mix up the vaccine with heroin, because, you know, after I got my shot, I was like, oh, thank God we're okay now. Right? Are we all okay now? No, we're a little worried. I understand. And yet, not a mask in sight, which is very, very reassuring. There's one. There you are. Good for you, the masked people. The rest of us, what do we have, 30 days left to live? When we say who will live, who will die, it really has a whole other meaning to it, doesn't it? It's been rough on the Jews especially. The pandemic is extra tough on us. I'll tell you why. What's the number one rule? Don't touch your face. That's all we do. We're always like, I don't believe this. I guarantee you that most of us that got this, got it by reacting to the news of someone else having it. It's like, wait, you have it? Oh, great, thank you, now I have it. You had to tell me. Everything we do, we touch our face. Think about all our rituals. We say the Shema 3 times a day, light the Shabbat candles. Then you end the Shabbat by taking a bag of cloves, sticking it up your nose, passing it around the room. Every Havdalah is a super spreader event, people. And now I'd like to do for you guys, because you guys are fun. Already we're having a good time, aren't we? So this is just a treat for you, and it's a little tribute for me because he was one of my all-time favorites. Here is the late, great Jackie Mason talking about why he wouldn't ever take his hand and touch his face. Here we go. To tell you the truth, it makes me nauseous to think that a person in my position would ever take my hand and touch my face. Think about all the things that are on your head. Think about it. The germs and viruses, vitamin, bacteria, diseases. It's a nauseating thing. It makes me nauseous. And I don't know if you heard about this, but the hand is the most dangerous part of your body. That's right. Your hand is more dangerous than any other part of your body. I always thought it was the heart. I never heard of a hand attack. But as it turns out, the hand is more dangerous than anything. It will kill you. That's right. The hand that's supposed to give you more pleasure than any other part of your body. The hand gives you the most pleasure of anything else. Think about it. You ever get a mosquito bite? What were you thinking, mister? You get a mosquito bite, you itch it and scratch it. It's the greatest pleasure that you could ever feel. And now all of a sudden they tell you your hand will murder you.
every essential worker, not essential. I was essential. I used to be essential. I'm almost essential. I will be essential. I got a brother-in-law who's got nothing to do with essential. He's got no essential or credentials or potentials. He's a total putz. And I told my sister-in-law not to marry the schmuck, but she never listens. Even he said, you take your hand and touch your face one time. There you have it. That was my little tribute for the late, great, recently gone Jackie Mason. And speaking of comedians that I grew up just loving, Rodney Dangerfield was like also one of my all-time favorites. And he was Jewish. Did you know that? Rodney was Jewish. Not religious, though. And in my head, I always imagine if Rodney was like a modern Orthodox Jew. His act would be so different. So here it is just for you guys. This is religious Rodney. Here we go. Oh, I tell you, it's rough, you know what I mean? It ain't easy being me, you know? It ain't easy. We had nothing growing up, you know what I mean? Nothing. In my shul, they couldn't afford a mechitza. The men, we would just close our right eye. Oh, yeah, you wanted to get married in my shul? Under the chuppah, you stepped on a styrofoam cup, you know? Oh, and the holidays were tough, too. I'll tell you, the holidays were rough. Yeah, I remember one year the bank foreclosed on our sukkah. Oh, yeah, we didn't even have a schach over our head. You kidding me? My father couldn't afford a lulav and etrog. He handed me a stick and a tennis ball and said, here, shake that. Oh, yeah, and some of these kids, they went to these fancy Pesach programs. In my neighborhood, we had a Pesach pogrom. Oh, we had nothing, I'll tell you. We put the poor in Purim, you know what I mean? We couldn't afford costumes, you kidding me? I remember one year my grandmother strapped a brassiere to my face and said, look, now you're a fly. Oh, yeah, and the kids in my town celebrated Halloween. They'd knock on people's doors and say, trick or starve to death, you know? We had nothing. We had no food, you know. In my neighborhood, they made Yom Kippur a 2-day yontif. Oh, it wasn't a fast. It was a slow, you know. I think I'm having more fun than you are at this point. Let's just do a couple more. Oh, yeah, Hanukkah was rough, too. I remember Hanukkah one year. On the 6th night, I opened up my gift. There was 2 more candles. Oh, and my mother never liked me either, you know what I mean? My mother never liked me. You know, as a baby, I tried to nurse. She'd push me away and say, hey, you're still fleshig. Oh, yeah, for my bar mitzvah, I didn't even do the half Torah. I did a quarter Torah, you know? And when I was done reading, they threw rocks, I'll tell you. Shabbos was fun, though, you know? That was my only rest day, you know? Shabbos was the only good day for us, you know? We never paid the electric bill, so we didn't have to turn on or off anything, you know what I mean? We didn't care if the Erev was up or down. Our pockets were always empty, you know? And then Shabbos ended, that was rough. So, you know, Havdalah was tough in my family. We would light a match, sniff our armpits, and say, Shavua lo tov. Religious Rodney, everybody, just for you guys. Are you ready to start this fantastic program, people? Yes, well, this is exciting. We have an amazing night, an incredible lineup for you. So much talent, so much going on. I'm so glad you're all here. Welcome. Let's make this official now. Welcome to Jewish National Fund's USA's Spectacular Sunday. Yes, it has arrived. The evening that impacts the land and people of Israel for decades to come. I want to thank everyone that joined us in person here today. Give yourselves a round of applause for coming out. So nice to see all of you. Feel united for this incredible fundraising event. Your gift today will make a huge impact on the land and people of Israel. And of course, thanks to everyone who's joining us from their couches today. How are you? Yes, look at that. I'm getting a lounging ovation. I could see some of you. There's a guy in pajamas. It's a little early for that. At least he's wearing pants. But really, all jokes aside, every year JNF USA raises millions of dollars, which they then pour into building the incredible country that all the Jewish people around the world can call home. From increasing Israel's water supply to developing new agricultural technologies. From creating educational programs to helping people with disabilities, all while developing cities in the desert and, of course, planting trees across the country. We all know about the planting trees in JNF. It's how it all started. Israel would not be the vibrant, prosperous, and ambitious country it is today without the continuing support and strategic vision of JNF USA. Jewish National Fund USA has a $1 billion roadmap campaign for the next generation of citizens and Olim. Join us, please, be a part of it. And tonight, do what you can. Help us out. We need you. Your parents and grandparents helped Jewish National Fund USA create the modern state of Israel. Now it is up to us, all of us, to help it thrive. Let's hear more about the groundbreaking work that JNF USA is doing. Take a look.
When we are tasked with the impossible, we excel. When people say it can't be done, we do it and more. When we are surrounded by those who seek to do us harm, we choose love. We are Jewish National Fund USA. It began as a dream that one day the Jewish people would return to their homeland. That vision became a reality. This is the land and people of Israel. This is Zionism. This is Jewish National Fund USA. It's time to write the next chapter in the Zionist story. Travel the country and you will see. It is happening. A renaissance in the desert. Coexistence in the Galilee. Ancient traditions in a modern land. Diversity. Inclusion. Employment. This is the land and people of Israel. This is Zionism. This is Jewish National Fund USA. Zionism is starting new communities on barren desert plains. It's growing vegetables where there is no rain. It's solving environmental problems, and it's sharing our expertise with the world. Nothing is easy. At times, our strength and resilience is put to the test. Yet we rise to the challenges and come back even stronger. We know who we are, and we teach it to our children. Whatever comes our way, Zionism ensures that we are never alone. When we remember that we always have each other, nothing can stand in our way. Join us. Let's build a better world together.
All right. Erev Tov, good evening. Wow. Back in the City Winery, New York City, for the JNF Gala Night. I'm really thrilled, happy to be part of this. Been playing these galas for many years, but in the last couple of years, everything was on from the couch, from the living room. So I'm happy to be here, real time. So let's. So I'll be playing a couple of times tonight. So it's kind of a spaced out show. And if you feel, you understand, you know the song, please feel free to join me. And if you can't sing the Hebrew, sing any language you can. It goes like this. באנו לך מתחת השמיים שניים כמו זוג עיניים יש לנו זמן מתחת השמיים בינתיים אנו עוד כאן את ואני את ואני או את ואני והמיטה רחבה לתת אהבה לילה ויום לילה ויום או לילה ויום והחיוך מתנצל שהוא מתנצל כן באנו לכאן מתחת השמיים שניים כמו זוג עיניים יש לנו זמן מתחת השמיים בינתיים אנו עוד כאן שנינו אחד שנינו אחד או שנינו אחד אחד שלם ועגול שלם וגדול בואי ניתן בואי ניתן או בואי ניתן אני אתן לך לתת לי לתת לך כן באנו לך מתחת השמיים שניים כמו זורניים. יש לנו זמן תחת השמיים, בינתיים אנו עוד כאן. ולמרות הפער, ולמרות הכאב, ולמרות הצער, אני אוהב ואוהב ואוהב. All right, everybody. So I know you're all eager to talk to each other and catch up in this room, but everywhere around the world, there's others who are watching, so let's sing for them. Join in with us. Try your Hebrew now. Try this. Na 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 na. Everybody here. Na 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 na. Come on. Na 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 na. Let me hear the room. Come on. A little more now. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na na na. קצת קצת ביחד כן באנו לכאן מתחת השמיים, שניים כן פה זורניים. יש לנו זמן מתחת השמיים, בינתיים אנו כאן. באנו לכאן כן כן תחת השמיים, כן שניים כמו 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 זורניים. יש לנו זמן תחת השמיים, בינתיים יש לנו, יש לנו, יש לנו זמן. All right. Thank you very much, Alene.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Let him know, everybody. David Broza, a legend. Amazing. What a performer. What a performance. What a moving song. Let's hope it moves us all towards moving our credit cards a bit, because that's what we're here for tonight. We're here. I'm putting the fun in fundraiser, but we're trying to raise funds. So if you're home, here's the deal. And even here in the studio, shh. There is actually a QR code on your screens and on your tables. Open up your phones. Turn on your cameras. Yes, there they are. And let the camera scan the screen. Yep. Are you there? Are we? Yeah, that screen. Look at this. And you're there. Or you could go to jnf.org/Spectacular Sunday, or just call 1-800-542-8733. Number is there on the screen. So many options. People at your tables, go for it. Scan it. Pretend it's a menu. Pretend you're ordering something. But we all just ate. So if you're still hungry, there's a problem. I have the incredible honor of welcoming a man that has dedicated his whole career to the service and betterment of Israel. Guys, shh, you're going to like this. He has served as the governor. Jews can't stop kibitzing. It's hilarious. He has served as the government secretary, a member of Knesset, and has held several ministerial posts, including serving as Minister of Welfare and Social Services. Please, let's give a warm welcome to Isaac Herzog, Israel's new president. Take it away, Mr. President.
Dear friends, I'm so delighted to join JNF, Jewish National Fund, United States of America, on this spectacular Sunday, and to extend my warmest wishes to each and every one of you on behalf of the State of Israel. A few days ago, Am Yisrael marked Rosh Hashanah and welcomed the Jewish New Year. This is a time for soul-searching, for reviewing the impact of the past 12 months, for appreciating what we have achieved, and for planning ahead for a better future. A great deal has been written about the challenging year we've all gone through. Just as the pandemic continues to spread across the globe, so did the harrowing anti-Semitism reach new heights, unfortunately, and so did the missiles from Gaza, which targeted so many Israeli civilians. So we've gone through a very, very complicated year. Uncertainty followed instability, followed social distancing, followed by the Meron tragedy, followed by extensive wildfires and what's not. But Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, reminds us that all is followed by hope and a promise of new beginnings. And today, spectacular Sunday of yours, we are reminded of how throughout this hardship and the great challenges each of you has faced, you stood by us. American Jewry reached out with love and prayers, and JNF USA supported Israel throughout it all. Friends, on behalf of the State of Israel, I would like to recognize your activities and express sincere appreciation for your remarkable efforts in support of the State of Israel and connecting American Jewry with the State of Israel. You have fortified Israel's security. You've built parks, playgrounds, social institutions, medical centers, and schools. On Spectacular Sunday, I wish also to take the opportunity to acknowledge your leadership, especially my good friend Russell Robinson and the board. I was so proud to hear from my close friends at JNF USA about the innovative new project of the World Zionist Village in Beersheba. This new center will serve as a beacon of light from the deserts of the Negev to the entire Jewish world. I am confident the World Zionist Village will spark a new conversation about how to create a brighter future for the land and people of Israel and make the Negev a major heart of the Jewish people. From here in Israel, your home away from home, I wish you all a happy new year, a year of health, a year of coming together, a year where we will be seeing you in Israel. Take care of each other and may you be inscribed in the book of life. Shana tova umetuka, ktiva v'chatima tova.
Thank you so much, Mr. President, for supporting JNF USA's Spectacular Sunday event. We wish you the best of luck with your new role, because we all know Israeli politics. It's like American politics, but even nuttier. It's like they had, how many elections did they have? I think like 8 in the last year. You have to understand, though, the modern state of Israel is over 70 years old. And when you hit 70, you're going to start to have some problems with your elections. Yeah, suddenly it's not so easy to get a rise in the polls. You know what I mean? We need to send Israel the blue pill. We'll make it blue and white. We'll give a warning. If your election lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult your doctor. But they need help. That whole system is, but I think they're in good shape. I think they got a good coalition. Let's hope for the best. Oh, this is exciting, guys. Shh. Let's see how our friends in Denver are doing. Right now, we're doing a simulcast in Denver. They're doing this too. Do we see them? Can we see Denver? There they are. Hi, Denver. Everybody say hi. Oh, wow. It's barely a minion in Denver. Look at that. Is that all the Jews Denver could muster? Is that it? All right. Good for you, Denver. By the way, how much have we raised so far? Can we see? Is there a tote? Can we? This is almost a telethon. Can we see how much we've raised? Let's take a look. Is there a number on the screen? Oh, look at that! Wow, $1,458,000. We're almost at our goal. Should we just call it a night? Can somebody just do the math? I can't figure that out. That's amazing. Keep it coming, guys. We appreciate every dollar counts. Just keep it coming. You have no idea how much it does to impact the Israeli people, the land of Israel, our homeland. Just keep on sending in. Thank you. Okay, guys, make sure you go to jnf.org/Spectacular Sunday, or just call 1-800-542-8733 to make your contributions to the astounding JNF USA campaign. And now let's go live to Tel Aviv. Guys, are you excited about this? We're going live to Tel Aviv. We have an amazing performance from Edan Alene, winner of the Israeli talent show HaKochav Haba, which means rising star, and Israel's representative at the Eurovision Song Contest this year. Let's go live. Let's go.
Shana Tova from Israel, everyone. Thank you for having me at this incredible event. I'm so excited to celebrate all of Jewish National Fund USA's achievement with you. JNF USA is developing the north and south of our country so that more families can move there and enjoy the greatest quality of life.
Take a look what we become. It's been so long. Getting you out of my life, I feel so strong. Feel my beating, hiding perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Feeling like a prison, looking for the reason I don't wanna say goodbye. Feels like no tomorrow, everywhere that I go, babe, I'm gonna lose my mind. Just another story, something that's taboo, everything will be just fine. Used to be a treasure, now I'm with forever, think I'm going back in time. Set me free, feel my beating, hiding perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Hey, I'ma make it on my own. I'ma make it on my own. Life has been so easy, used to call us cheesy. It was paradise. In my bed so lonely, you're the one and only. Hell, I know I paid my price. Like a tick-tack, everything is chic-tack, and I don't know what to do. People tell me, honey, I love it like I mean. One day things will become true. Set me free, feel my beating, hiding perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Oh, set me free, feel my beating, hiding perfect harmony. Don't let me down. Hey, I'ma make it on my own. I'ma see my chica. I'ma make it on my own. I'm so awesome, come and get some water we're living for. I'm your reason, spicy season, like we did before. Yeah. Let me take you higher to the place on fire. 2021 degrees, feel my beating heart and set me free. Set me free, set me free, set me free, set me free. Harmony, don't let me down, just set me free.
Sending you lots of love from Israel and waiting for you to come and visit us. Mwah!
Once upon a time, I was looking for a sign. But your mama, show the way, I'll be my guide. I love you, love is on the mind. Close your eyes and you will find melody, oh melody, I feel the energy inside. Say, all the people coming my way. Love is on my way. Makalakumade, makalakumade, masa, makalakumade. Tonight is our story. We celebrate the glory. We have no shame. I'm not ashamed to love you. Tonight I'm gonna find you. I call your name. Habib Albi, Ahulibi, Otani, Habib Albi, Ahulibi. Oh heaven, hey! Look at us tonight, call our bodies side to side. confetti, confetti are falling on us from the sky. Say, all the people coming my way. Love is on my way. Makalak my day, makalak my day, basa. Makalak my day, makalak my Fikalabi. Tonight is our story. We celebrate the glory. We have no shame. Fikalabi. I'm not ashamed to love you. Tonight I'm gonna find you. I call your name. Fikalabi. Habib Albi. Ahublibi. Utani your head. Fikalabi. Habib Albi. Ahublibi. Utani oh heaven. It's good stuff. Fikalabi with the hello, now then I love you. Fikalabi with the hello, now then I love you. Fikalabi with the hello, now then I love you. Fikalabi with the hello, now then I love you. Fikalabi with the hello, now then I love you.
How did you get to become the person that people go to when they want to learn about Zionism?
I loved fitting in. I loved building my career as an American historian. I loved being normal. I loved the great opportunity that America has given us to be normal, to fit in, to thrive. But I also had, from my parents, that tremendous sense of heritage, that tremendous sense of peoplehood, that tremendous sense of commitment to the Jewish people.
I want you to take a moment and tell us, what does Zionism mean to you in the work that you do?
For me, Zionism means to share. Because we are strong, now Israel is strong. We should be sharing our knowledge and technology to make other countries stronger. We should be empowering others because that's what we are supposed to do.
We are not just fighting the battle for Israel, fighting for Zionism on so many different battlefronts, and the one online is so crucial and so important because especially that is where so many of the younger generation are today, from all the different platforms, from Twitter to Instagram to TikTok, you name it.
Zionist is responsible, as is the Jewish people, as is the state of Israel, but mostly as is the civil society.
For me, the sense of responsibility translates into action. So being a Zionist is being activist. And being activist today is looking at the global problems, whether it's the refugee crisis, the climate issues, poverty, etc. So being active in a global space is being Zionist. And we're seeing that Israel and Save a Child Heart, Innovation Africa, and Natan, we're part of a movement. We're part of a global movement that's growing.
It's a mutual admiration society. You're such a hero. You've done so many amazing things. And you've taken this brand, JNF, which goes back, of course, to Theodor Herzl, and you've modernized it and you brought it into the 21st century and the 22nd century. So really, hats off to you.
Join me on this journey, together with conversations on Zionism, reclaiming the narrative. This is Zionism.
Well, everybody, we just saw him speak passionately about Zionism. I'd like to officially introduce Russell Robinson, the CEO of JNF USA, the man who leads the great JNF USA team and everything they do for Israel. Here he is! Oh my God! Go get him, Russell. Good to see you.
Thank you. Welcome, Spectacular Sunday. And I just want to make sure that you know that tonight While we're here drinking and eating and having a great time, people across the nation, across the country, are joining us for this spectacular Sunday. They're calling 1-800-542-8733. Emails are going out. More money is being raised by more than 600,000 donors that we have across the United States. And it is that message of Zionism that you just heard. The message of Zionism that we will not stop talking about. It is our message. It is our word. It is about our existence. It's about our future. And Zionism is everything the Jewish National Fund USA is about and what you're about here tonight and across the country. So thank you very much for joining. And if you want to watch our shows, one of my special guests in the future is going to be Scott Shea, who wrote a book, and you'll be able to see him. Go to YouTube, to the ZTV, to Zionist Studios, subscribe, and be part of the thousands and thousands of people who are taking back the word Zionism for the Jewish people everywhere. So I want to thank you. Tonight, all of you have made your donations, or you will make them. People will be making donations across the country. They're going to be making, even those people in the back are going to be making a $1 million pledge each. It's unbelievable. And it doesn't matter if it's $1 a day, $365. It matters that you say, "Count on me." It matters that you make that contribution for the 800,000 people that we are bringing to the Negev and the Galilee, to 60% of the land of Israel in the south, to 17% of the land of Israel in the north. It is about the Jewish people being part of the existence of a nation still under creation. And you get to be part of that, and so do all of you across the country. It is a life that you're being part of. You're going to hear more about our school at Alexander Muss High School in Israel. You should know 1,112 kids during this time of Corona have gone to Israel. We have a group here, there now. We have a group coming next month. And you, by making a pledge tonight, can add to the scholarship opportunities to these young people to be able to come, enjoy, and be part of Israel. You get to be part of that. This is about the Jewish National Fund USA. It is about everything that we do. It is about you asking somebody else to join you. It is about you making that phone call to 1-800-542-8733, and somebody will answer the phone tonight. They'll take your gift. They'll ask you, how much do you want to be involved in the Jewish people and the future of the Jewish people? So you make that gift, give today. Be part of Spectacular Sunday and be part of the greatest movement of the Jewish people called the Jewish National Fund USA. Every gift counts. Every person counts. I want to thank you for being part of a spectacular program tonight. And it's now my honor. By the way, it's the first time I've ever been to a Jewish National Fund event without a tie. It only happens on Spectacular Sunday. By the way, for anybody watching tonight, make a special pledge just in honor of me not wearing a tie. But it's my honor to turn the show over into San Diego, California, to our national president, Saul Lieserbrand, who's going to make a special presentation tonight. Saul, over to you.
Thank you, Russell. Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to create the most spectacular Sunday of the year, and I think you'll agree that we've truly done that. Spectacular Sunday is our day of giving across the United States. The day when thousands of people stand up and say, "You can count on me for the land and people of Israel." At Jewish National Fund USA, we deliver on our promises. With an eye towards the future, we don't only ask ourselves what the people of Israel need today, we ask, what do the land and the people of Israel need for tomorrow? As part of our $1 billion roadmap, we are creating environments to attract 800,000 new residents to Israel's Negev and Galilee, the north and south of Israel. Right now, Orit and David are sitting around their kitchen table, contemplating moving to Israel and asking themselves, should we start a new life in the Negev or Galilee? So too are Vered and Lavi, who are considering moving away from Israel's crowded cities. To these families, we say yes, and we are making it possible. We are providing medical centers, beautiful green parks, daycare centers, teen leadership programs, affordable housing, jobs in high tech, agriculture, finance, science, manufacturing, and many other professions. Jewish National Fund USA has created and continues to create all of this and so much more in the Negev and Galilee. And we are building the largest project in the Jewish world in Beersheba, our world Zionist village. Everything we do is strategic and tied to our long-term vision for the Negev and Galilee. Yet this is only the start of our story, your story, our story. In that spirit, I couldn't be more excited to present this year's Guardian of Israel Award to a woman who has inspired the world with her vision and advocacy for Israel, its neighbors, and the world. As an actress, producer, and author of the bestseller Israel, A Simple Guide to the Most Misunderstood Country on Earth, Noa has brought people from around the world and across the political spectrum together in support of our Jewish homeland. Just like us, she also delivers on her promises through her work with the nonprofit she founded, Act for Israel, Israel's first online advocacy organization. And we are so honored to have Noa as a proud member of our Arts and Entertainment Task Force. Friends, Jewish National Fund USA Guardian of Israel Award is one of our most prestigious accolades and presented to only the most inspiring, courageous, and trailblazing leaders in the Jewish world. That is why there is no one more deserving today than the one and only Noa Tishby, who was recognized as one of the 50 most influential Jews in the world by the Jerusalem Post, and was on Hollywood Reporter's Women in Power list of international executives, and has become widely known as Israel's unofficial ambassador.
Noa Tishby is an Israeli actress, producer, and renowned social and political activist. Noa began her career as an actress, starring in some of the most successful films and television programs in Israel. She made her way into Hollywood by acting in famed movies like The Island and TV shows such as Star Trek and NCIS. Noa co-produced the 12 Emmy and Golden Globe nominated hit TV series In Treatment, which recently returned to HBO. Noa advocates and stands beside Israel every chance she gets.
We want both sides to live in peace.
She continuously works through her social media pages and popular news platforms to share the Israeli point of view and make sure that our voice is heard as well. Noa Tishby is the author of the illuminating and acclaimed book, Israel, A Simple Guide to the Most Misunderstood Country on Earth, which tackles popular misconceptions and provides critical context around many political controversies. Noa is a guardian of Israel, and for that, we salute her.
Noa, thank you for everything you have done for the land and the people of Israel. Please accept this award on behalf of Jewish National Fund USA and our hundreds of thousands of partners who you inspire through your words, actions, and talent every day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sol, and thank you, JNF, for this recognition. I'm honored to receive this award. The Jewish National Fund USA is one of the most effective organizations out there. In the true spirit of Zionism, JNF truly enhances the lives of our brothers and sisters in Israel. It emphasizes everything which is important to Israel and to the world: environment, education, coexistence, arts and culture, quality of life, you name it. I feel truly blessed to have been able to divide my life between two of the most powerful and vibrant democracies in the world, the United States and Israel. In my professional career, I was able to open doors and create channels between the Israeli entertainment industry and Hollywood, providing careers and job opportunities to people in both countries. I also know that this synergy between Hollywood and Israel transformed the perception of the executive class in the US entertainment industry. And Israel's creative might is now a well-known fact to everyone involved. But the public still needed to be educated about Israel. Throughout my years in Israel advocacy, I started noticing a dangerous trend where the conversation about Israel started to shift from simple lack of knowledge to questioning Israel's right to exist as a homeland of the Jewish people. I realized that there isn't a book out there which tells the story of Israel to a new audience in a new way, modern and relatable without dodging the tough issues. So I set out to do just that. I hunkered down, I cleared out my desk from all other projects, and for a year and a half, I wrote the story of Israel through the story of my family. The book came out on April 6th to very positive reviews and was also received very well by my readers. But nothing could have prepared me for what followed. A month after my book came out, the toughest war in decades between Israel and Hamas erupted. And between freaking out about the safety of my family, worrying sick about my country, and fending off vicious online attacks, I jumped to do what I've been doing for over a decade and spoke out fiercely in defense of what I know to be true, that a strong and secure Israel is not only important for the Jewish people, it's important for Western civilization. Only this time, the world was listening. You all were listening. Some of us activists knew this was coming, the wave of Israel hate, anti-Semitism, and anti-Zionism, but the majority of the public was taken aback by this vitriol hate and the real-life anti-Semitic attacks which followed. As awful as these past few months have been, I feel like these attacks, both on and offline, woke up our community, and we will, as always, emerge out of it stronger and better. So I want to thank everyone for your support. Thank you to anyone who bought a book for themselves and then their college kid. Thank you for anyone who reposted me. And thank you to JNF. I'm so grateful for this recognition. We cannot be complacent. We have to realign our commitment and our actions to support Israel and the Jewish people and to make the world a better place. And I'm honored to be doing this with all of you. It's such an honor, and it's only the beginning. We can do this together. So thank you so much, Sol, again, and thank you for what you do for Israel and for the world. Am Yisrael Chai.
Yes, thank you, Noah. Okay, everybody, we need you here. We need you. Attention, focus. This is audience participation time. You at home, you here at the beautiful City Winery. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's Dan. He's going to help me out with this segment. How about a hand for Dan, our drummer? Fabulous, talented. The whole band's amazing. Okay, so this is a little trivia game. Shh. Everybody take your phones out. Scan the QR code that you see on the screen or on your tables and enter code JNF. JNF. Are you all getting in? Oh, crowd.live, I'm told. Crowd.live, the tables have to do. Right? Okay, shh. Crowd.live. Scan the QR code with your camera at home. This is going to be fun. I guarantee you, I've seen the questions, I haven't seen the answers yet, so I want to play with you. These are going to be some crazy answers. There'll be a lot of surprises. Here we go. Who's ready for the first question? Okay. Approximately how many notes are left in the kotel each year? A, almost 100,000. B, approximately 500,000. C, 1 million. And D, at least 10 million. This is every year people put notes in the Western Wall, the Wailing Wall, the kotel, and they make prayers. How many, guys,
You can talk now amongst yourselves. Put it in your phones. A, almost 100,000. B, approximately 500,000. C, a million. D, at least 10 million. Let's see the breakdown of how you voted. Are you ready? Look at this. Look at this. Okay. So, shh. No, we're not ready for that yet. That was a premature drum roll. You've all had that problem, haven't you? Ladies and gentlemen, shh. Only 2 people answered almost 100K. 26% answered that it was around 500,000. 51 answers that 47% said 1 million, and 25% said at least 10 million. The actual retail price, the amount of notes left in the Kotel each year is, there you go, boom! 1 million notes, and you all got it right. 47% of you got it right, and the rest of you, all right, let's go for the next one. You have another chance to redeem yourself. Here we go. Shh. Which of these celebrities has not volunteered on a kibbutz? A, Jerry Seinfeld. B, Sacha Baron Cohen. C, Boris Johnson. D, Bernie Sanders. E, all of them proudly volunteered. I'm not sure. I can't picture Bernie Sanders up there. We will equally distribute everything on this kibbutz. I will not have one of us get more than the other. Who of these people, let's look at the question again. Shh. Look at the question. Which of these celebrities has not volunteered on a kibbutz? Seinfeld, Sacha Baron Cohen, Boris Johnson, Bernie Sanders. All of them proudly volunteered. Put in your answers what you think it is. I'm almost positive it's not one of them. But here we go. Let's take a look now at the percentages of how you all voted. Did you all vote? Okay, take a look. Oh, wow. Look at this. Okay, 7% said Seinfeld, 1% Sacha Baron Cohen, 23% Boris Johnson. That is a weird thing to think of. He's like the guy from England, right? He's the Prime Minister of England. He got COVID. He has Trump's hair. That guy, right? I can't even imagine him on a kibbutz or why he would be on one, but good for him if he was. 24% Bernie Sanders. 45% say all of them proudly volunteered. Let's take a look at the answer. Drum roll. Here we go. Oh my goodness, what a smart audience. Yes, all of them proudly volunteered, and 45%, that's almost half of you got it right. Almost half of you are very bright. The rest, not so much. Okay. No, I would have guessed Boris Johnson had nothing to do with that. That's fascinating to me that he and Bernie Sanders, you would think he would love our homeland a little bit more after experiencing that, but not so much. All right, anyway, shh. How many women, this is a good one, ladies, this is for the ladies. Ladies, are you ready? How many women signed the Israeli Declaration of Independence? Okay, are you ready for this? A is 0. 0, that's a sad thing if 0 women signed it. 1, B is only 1, but not Golda Meir. C is 2 people signed it, including Golda Meir. That's a bit confusing, but just follow me. D, 5 out of 38 people. 5 were women, which is not bad. I don't think that's impressive. Not exactly equality there. But 5 women out of 32 signed. Is it A, B, C, or D? Put in your answers now. Let's have a look at what you voted for. You can phone a friend. You could talk to a neighbor, which you seem to be doing all night. Talk to a table mate. They don't know how to shut up here tonight. They're just so excited to not be on Zoom. They're so excited to see humans and have human interaction. And maybe some of them will get married after this. Who knows? Maybe you've met your bashert here tonight. Are you ready? Shh, here we go. Let's take a look at the percentages. Okay, now, by the way, you guys have been right. The majority has been right. So let's just say 39% of you, which is a majority, say that only 2 out of the 38, including Golda Meir, signed. 2 women signed the Israeli Declaration of Independence. And let's see the answer.
Drum roll. Check it out. Oh my God, again, this is a smart crowd. 39% said that 2, that's a bit sad, but all right, 2 including Golda Meir. Oh, look who's winning. Where's Jody, who's doing very well? NS is doing very well. ES, Amanda, Chelsea, you're all doing fabulously. How is everyone in first place? I'm not sure how that works, but all right, let's move on. Okay, and now we have a really special treat for you guys. I would like to introduce the inspiring Israeli musician whose songs are an example of the diverse and rich culture of our people. Please welcome, oh my God, I love this guy, he's one of my favorites, Idan Raichel.
Thank you, Elon, and thank you, Jewish National Fund USA, for inviting me to be a part of this incredible program. We have a real celebration for you tonight to bring in the new year during these holidays. Walking around Israel, you learn to appreciate JNF USA and all the incredible work they do here, planting seeds of hope as well as the beautiful trees that grows across our country. ממעמקים קראתי אלייך, בואי אליי, בשובך יחזור שוב האור בעיניי. לא גמור לא עוזב המגע בידייך, שיבוא ויעיר למשמע כל צחוקך. ממעמקים קראתי אלייך, בואי אליי, מול ירח מאיר את דרכך שוב אליי. נפרסו ונמסו מול מגע של ידייך, באוזנייך לוחש שואל, מי זה קורא לך הלילה? הקשיבי, מי שר בקול אלייך אל חלונך? מי שם נפשו שתהי מאושרת? מי ישים יד ויבנה את ביתך? מי ייתן חייו ישימה מתחתייך? מי כעפר לרגלייך יחיה? מי אוהבך עוד מכל אוהבייך? מי מכל רוח רעה יצילך ממעמקים? ממעמקים קראתי אלייך, בואי אליי, מול ירח מאיר את דרכך שוב אליי. נפרסו ונמסו מול מגע של ידייך, באוזנייך לוחש שואל, מי זה קורא לך הלילה? הקשיבי, מי שר בקול אלייך אל חלונך? מי שם נפשו שתהי מאושרת? מי ישים יד ויבנה את ביתך? מי ייתן חייו ישימה מתחתייך? מי כעפר לרגלייך יחיה? מי יאהבך עוד מכל אוהבייך? מי מכל רוח רעה יצילך ממעמקים? מי שם נפשו שתהי מאושרת? מי ישים יד ויבנה את ביתך? ומי ייתן חייו ישימה מתחתייך? מי כעפר לרגלייך יחיה? מי יאהבך עוד מכל אוהבייך? מי מכל רוח רעה יצילך ממעמקים? You know that Jewish National Funds USA does more than just plant trees and develop agriculture. They also promote culture, education, and tourism, and truly strengthen the bonds between Jewish people all over the world, because we are one big tribe of brothers and sisters. 70 שנה במכונית, אני נוסע ומביט על מה היה ומה נהיה, ואיך נפשי עוד הומייה מהמצדה של הזריחות, ירושלים בסליחות, מחוף כנרת ואכסיר, מהמסיבות של תל אביב, אבי חלם והתפלל לו לחיות בארץ ישראל. היום ילדי אותי שואל מה הסיפור של ישראל, כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים ואנחנו הפרחים, המנגינות שבט אחים ואחיות. אותה שכונה, אותו רחוב, תרסר בנים של יעקב, אוספים ביחד נדודים בתוך תרמיל געגועים. אדם הוא נוף מולדתו, חורת קווים בכף ידו, בין התפילות לנדרים, ריחות פרדס של הדרים, ובעיניה שלי תמיד אמצא את מקומי. על הגיטרה מתנגן ניגון עתיק שמכוון, כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים ואנחנו הפרחים, המנגינות שבט אחים ואחיות, כאן זה לב ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים ואנחנו הפרחים, המנגינות שבט אחים ואחיות. מבראשית הכל תפור, טלאים טלאים של הסיפור, או שתי מילים להתחבר, חוט זהב של משורר. אני מכאן, אני שייך, וכל חבר שלי כמו אח, אתה פועמת בלבבי. אני מזרח מערבי, כאן זה בית, כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים ואנחנו הפרחים, המנגינות כאן זה לב, ואותך אני לא עוזב. אבותינו שורשים ואנחנו הפרחים, המנגינות שבט אחים ואחיות, שבט אחים ואחיות. Thank you, JNF. And now it gives me great pleasure to invite to the stage one of the greatest singers of all time in Israel, Rita.
Shalom, everyone, and Shana Tova. Thank you, Idan. And thank you, JNF USA, for this opportunity to be with all of you today. We are so grateful for the amazing work and vision Jewish National Fund USA has achieved to advance our beautiful homeland. We love you all. יום אחד זה יקרה בלי שנרגיש משהו ישתנה, משהו ייגע בנו, משהו ירגע בנו, ולא יהיה ממה לחשוש. וזה יבוא כמו כף חרוט על כף יד, זה יבוא בטוח בעצמו, כאילו היה שם תמיד וחיכה שנבחין בו. וזה יבוא, אתה תראה,
הידיים הקפוצות התארחו, והלב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעם בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא כמו שהטבע רגיל, להיות שלם עם עצמו.
יום אחד זה יקרה, בלי שנרגיש משהו ישתנה, משהו יירגע בנו, משהו ייגע בנו, ולא יהיה ממה לחשוש.
וזה יבוא כמו קו חרוט על כף יד, זה יבוא בטוח בעצמו, כאילו היה שם תמיד וחיכה שנבחין פה. וזה יבוא, אתה תראה, הידיים הקפוצות יתארחו, והלב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעם בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא כמו שהטבע רגיל. אתה תראה, הידיים הקפוצות יתארחו, והלב השומר לא להיפגע, יפעם בקצב רגיל, זה יבוא כמו שהטבע רגיל, להיות שלם עם עצמו.
וזה יבוא כשלא הכל יטלטל אותנו, ולא הכל יקר,
ומה שיפתח לנו מחכה.
Hi everyone, Shalom, it's Shira, Haas, and thank you so much for tuning in for Jewish National Fund USA's Spectacular Sunday. And thank you so much, JNF USA, for all your amazing work you do for the land and people of Israel. It's truly remarkable. I wish you all the biggest success today for Spectacular Sunday.
Hi everyone. It gives me such great pleasure to congratulate your work and the work of the Jewish National Fund USA as you continue to raise funds to support your philanthropic investments in Israel. The power of the Jewish connection to our indigenous homeland, the land of Israel, is matched only by their significant charitable efforts. On this spectacular Sunday, I wish you and the Jewish National Fund USA the very best in your fundraising endeavors. B'hatzlacha, good luck, and Shana Tova.
It's amazing what you're doing. You're keeping our children in Israel by giving them a life in the peripheriot, in the suburban life. And we do thank you. Everybody thanks you in Israel for that. Thank you very much for your support. Keep supporting JNF. We're now less restrictions and the JNF parks are filled. You're giving us a life in Israel. Thank you.
Hello, JNF family and friends in the USA. Ori Sasson here from Israel. I am proud to be a part of this special Spectacular Sunday event. Jewish National Fund is a great organization. My teammates and I were fortunate enough to see up close the important work JNF does on college and campuses.
I want to thank you for all you do today and always for the land and people of Israel. The Negev and the Galilee are blooming thanks to all that you do. So kol hakavod. Enjoy your amazing Spectacular Sunday. I want to thank you for watching and loving Fauda, and we are here to support you all the way from Israel.
Hello everyone, hello from Israel. My name is Boaz Conforti. I play Avichai on the series Fauda. Thank you very much for watching the series. If you watched the series, if you didn't watch the series, watch the series. I want to say thank you very, very much for the Jewish National Fund for all the unbelievable work they're doing to support the state of Israel. So please support the Jewish National Fund.
Hi from here in Jerusalem. It's a pleasure to congratulate you all and JNF USA on all the great work that you do for people here in Israel, for the Jewish people in general. JNF has always been a key part of the success of this country, and I know people here appreciate it. I certainly do. So have a great, spectacular Sunday over there in the USA. Keep up the great work.
תודה רבה, Jewish National Fund, for all the amazing work you do to support my homeland.
from planting trees to building new communities in the Negev and the Galil, from building hundreds of water reservoirs to beautiful parks where our children can play. JNF takes care of people with disabilities and so much more. Toda Rabba JNF for all that you do. Toda.
Wow, very impressive lineup. Thank you so much to all the incredibly talented artists that came together to support our cause today. And thank you to all our viewers at home and our audience members here. Yes, your gift today will have a profound impact on the land and people of Israel. So thank you. So there's that QR code popping up again. Take a look at it. Use it. Please give. And now we have a really special guest, someone who will literally blow your mind. Guys, you got to pay attention to this one. A mentalist who has taken the world by storm has won Israel's famous TV contest for magicians called To Topple the Master. And he has managed to leave the world's top magicians speechless. Watch out, he could be quite persuasive. I give you Eran Biderman. Check it out.
Thank you very much for this big round of applause. No, it's okay. Good evening, everybody. My name is Eran Biderman, and I'm going to read your minds over the next 4.5 hours. So before we begin, it's a joke. It's not really 4.5 hours. So before we begin, I'm going to do a small warm-up. I need someone to help me. Let's try to read. You're going to be next. Let's try with you, just because you're tying your laces and all that. Oh, do you play poker or anything? Perfect. Can you go like this? Go like this. Make a fist. One finger. And your other hand, like this, on your elbow. Perfect. And lift high. Perfect. What is your name? That is correct. Okay. No, it's okay. No, but leave your hand like this. I need someone to come and help me, a volunteer. Okay, you were the first one to go like this. Please, join me. Big round of applause. Okay, you can stand here. What's your name again? Orion? Okay, you can take your mask off just for this, because when you take a part in a magic show, Corona doesn't go through, and it's all really good. And you can see all these cards are actually different. It's not the same card again, all different. Yeah? Okay. So you checked that they're all mixed and different. I'm going to spread the cards. You're going to take a bunch of cards, like 4 or 5, something like that. Don't let me see anything. Don't let the cameras see anything. It's just for you. Take 4, 5, however you like. Okay, 17 is also good. But don't let me see anything. Hold it against your chest like this. And don't put them in pairs or anything, just like that. And I'm going to stand here from far. I'm going to look at you. You're going to spread all the cards. Spread all the cards, look at them, and think only of one of the cards. Just think of one and put it behind your back. Put it behind your back and shuffle behind your backs. Just shuffle all the cards. And I'm going to tell everybody which card he's not thinking of. I'm going to look at you. And I'm going to try and guess. And you can also, by the way, see that all these cards are actually different. It's not the same card again, all very different. I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say that when you spread the cards that you chose, you looked at the 6 of hearts, but you didn't think of it. So hold them against your chest like this and remove just the 6 of hearts and show them. 6 of hearts. It's okay. In the end, everybody together. It's okay. Put it face up. And after the 6, you almost went with the 5 of diamonds, but you didn't. You didn't choose the 5 of diamonds. So show them the 5 of diamonds. There's also a 5 of diamonds. You can put it on top. And when I said 5 of diamonds, you looked for a second at the king of diamonds. So remove also the king of diamonds. Yeah? And you have 2 cards left, one of which you thought of in the beginning. Correct? Now, nobody ever chooses the 2 of clubs, so remove the 2 of clubs. And the only card you're holding is the very card you thought of at the beginning, and I think it's a black card. It's a number card, and I think it's the 10 of clubs. Toda rabba rabba, thank you very much. I'm going to teach you a magic trick. It's a really cool magic trick. You can show it to your friends, kids, whatever you like. So you take any deck of cards. I'm going to show you the trick, and then I'm going to teach you. So you take any just regular deck of cards, can be Taki cards, can be Uno, doesn't matter, any deck of cards, and you ask someone to choose any card that they like. Let's say, for example, you will help me for this one from your seat. Just point, take one, doesn't matter which, take, look at it, memorize it. Yeah? And whenever you like, say stop. Stop. Perfect, put the card. And we're going to close. So the only thing we need for this trick, by the way, do you have a lighter?
A lighter?
A lighter? No, so you're going to use mine. Take this. Now you have a lighter. And the only thing you need for this is a balloon. So if you're at a party or something, just take a balloon. When I say now, you go like this and you light the fire. Ready?
Yeah.
Not yet. With the other hand, hold the balloon. Hold the balloon. Okay. Don't do anything yet. Look. No, it's not going to pop. I promise, it's not going to pop. Look. Did you see what I did just do?
Yeah.
I took one card and I sent it inside the balloon. Okay. So now your card is gone. It's not in the deck. And if you just do this, can you listen? Do this for yourself. There's something inside.
Yeah.
So if you take this and just light the lighter, and the balloon is going to pop, and the card is?
Oh my God.
The 7 of clubs. Is that your card? Even I'm amazed. No, but it's a really cool trick, and I'm going to teach it to you so you can do it to your friends, your family, whoever you like. Just don't tell anybody. So, this is the secret. This is how this trick is done. You take any deck of cards, a regular deck of cards. You choose a nice spectator. For example, this nice lady, and you chose, when I did this, you chose the 7 of clubs, correct? You chose the 7 of clubs. So you tell them to choose a card. Only you look at it, don't show it to anyone else. That's what you normally do. And then I say, put it anywhere in the deck. And that's the first lie. Yeah, you have to lie a little bit for this one. I say, put it back anywhere you like, say stop. But when you say stop, I finish to run all the cards. And you're going to leave your card on top. And when I take the cards, I do this. And I mime like it's buried in the middle. And now, the next phase is you shuffle the cards, but you don't really shuffle. You keep the top card on top. This is the card you chose. It went on top. And when I mix the card, it looks like it's mixed, but the top card stays at the top. Oh. Yeah, I know. And it stays on the top, and then when you finish mixing, it's still on the top. And now there's one more thing you need to do. You do the secret palm. When you ask someone, this is the misdirection, you ask someone, do you have a lighter? You give them the light, they look at the light, and then you steal the card. This is the secret steal. You steal the card, and then when I give you a balloon, let's say you're holding the lighter, yeah? You take this, and now this is just for demonstration purposes. You just take a balloon, yeah? And this is just for demonstration. When you're at a party, do not use a clear balloon, otherwise it's not gonna work. And then you tell them, now light the lighter, you don't need to do it. Okay. And then you do this, and then the card looks like it's popped out of the balloon. Cool, no?
Yeah.
There you go. You're welcome. But if someone stands behind you at the party, and he says, oh, I can see that you're holding a card behind the black balloon in a party. So you just do this. You can a little bit closer. Can you see the 7 of clubs inside? Yeah? And you just use a little bit heat. And then it really looks like the card is going inside the balloon. Does it look like the card is in the balloon? And if they say no, you just do this. You pop it inside, and the card is inside the balloon. That's it. Enjoy. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for joining the event. My name is Eran Biderman. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.
Jewish National Fund's Go North strategic initiative to strengthen and grow the Galilee region is vital for long-term prosperity of the Jewish homeland.
For me to be a part of the Western Galilee Association is pride and joy.
We work together, we support each other. It's a great pleasure to be part of it.
To be together with a great bunch of people that actually and significantly contribute to the tourism in the Galilee region.
I care for them, they care for me. I feel it all the time and it's the best.
דו-קיום הזה שהוא מחובר, תתחברו לעמותה.
بوزة عندها تقريبا 50 عامل منهم عرب ويهود دروز اسلام مسيحيه من كل الاديان.
It became such a beautiful thing and we're very proud to be the part of the Western Galilee now.
Go North has gone a long way in improving the quality of life in Galilee. From building the new JNF Western Galilee Tourist Information Center in Akko, to supporting local businesses.
The JNF Western Galilee Tourist Information Center is the heart of the activity of JNF in the north. From here, we do the magic. We develop employment, we develop regional economy. It is a center where people meet. We have some community work.
This vision includes the Galilee Culinary Institute, located on the eastern side of the Galilee.
I'm super excited to be sharing with you our upcoming Culinary Academy with the Jewish National Fund and myself in creating a unique international culinary center.
The center is going to be very useful for the creation of food tech here in this area. This area is really rich in agriculture, and if you combine all those efforts with the help of JNF USA, you bring in the power to the region. This kind of contribution brings us to a higher level of research, excellency, innovation, can open up more companies, more jobs here for people that want to stay and live here. So this really can make a change.
We are investing in technology, business management, cooking, restaurants, agricultural research and development, hospitality, and hotels.
When people go out of Akko, they still remember in their stomach that it's Akko.
Getting visitors to see the interior region and to shop, dine, and stay overnight required the vision of the Jewish National Fund. And tourism is fueling new development and empowering Galilee's younger residents to put down roots.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. Here in Israel's north, JNF USA is supporting grassroots community groups like Makom Moms and Dads who have chosen to raise their families here on Israel's frontier. What exactly drew you guys to this community?
As you can see behind me, it's the beautiful view. You have the Hula Valley over there.
In March 2020, when COVID-19 hit Israel and the whole world, of course tourism was one of the first things that stopped immediately. This really affects more than 40% of the population in the region that all depend on tourism. We decided, of course, to reinvent ourselves. We opened a JNF Mitzvah Market online where you can shop Israeli goods, which people can find on the JNF website. So we can connect between the people in the States to people here.
We know you can't come to us today, so we're bringing Israel to you.
This is a special kit that we made.
Let's open it.
Let's open
Let's show you guys.
This one, as you can see, you get all the pieces inside.
We also put an online shop called Taste the Galilee for people within Israel because everyone was at home, so they could order online. And in between lockdowns, we've actually had amazing events that people came from all over the country. Although the COVID-19, although tourism stopped, we actually grew.
JNF has transformed the Go North experience and boosted the local economy as a result.
JNF has been on my side. If I have to find one thing that I learned throughout this year, choose your partners well. Because JNF has proven again and again, even when I felt that I lost everything, that they're there and they will help us rebuild. And they are, like one of my close friends in JNF said, you are a chosen mishpucha.
So for those who plan the next vacation destination and for those in search of steady employment, go north, a place to call home.
Wow. Yes, let's hear it. It is incredible to see how JNF USA is helping Israel develop and build its future. Even with all the challenges and setbacks that we have faced over the years, we have stayed strong, come together as a nation, and look forwards toward the future. This weekend marks, guys, listen to this is important information. This weekend marks the 20-year anniversary of the horrifying and deadly 9/11 attacks of 2001.
Many lives were lost that day, men and women who were our friends, our family members, and our community, as well as our frontline heroes, the firefighters, police officers, and emergency personnel who sacrificed their lives to save as many as they could. It was obviously a beyond tragic day, a day that we will always remember, but it also is the day that we came together as a people when true bravery and heroism were witnessed. Take a look.
Today to be standing with the Commissioner of the Fire Department of New York City 20 years after 9/11, representing JNF USA. Just letting you know, Commissioner, of our admiration for the work that the FDNY and you do each and every day for the people of New York. We share a common value. JNF does so much for the land and people of Israel each and every day, and I'm here to present to you a token of our appreciation. A beautiful certificate of the 9/11 memorial that JNF USA built in the foothills of Jerusalem, not only commemorating the lives of the 343 firefighters lost that day, but it inscribes every single person that was lost that day, so their memory is never forgotten and their lives are always remembered. We share common values with the fire department's work with the people. I just want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, and the people I represent at Jewish National Fund, I want to thank you for your service and thank you for all you do.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for this meaningful tribute. It is much appreciated. You know, speaking of this memorial that you designed, the things that stand out to me, first of all, the World Trade Center steel being part of it gives it such great meaning. The fact that outside of the United States, no other memorial contains the names of every person killed on that tragic day, including the names of 5 Israelis. And the symbolism of this really shows the closeness of our countries, not just the governments, but the people of our countries, because we stand for the same thing. We stand for freedom. As a representative of the 17,000 members of the New York City Fire Department, the bravest and the best, I couldn't be prouder and more humbled to accept this from you. It is meaningful to us as we mark the 20th anniversary yesterday of that tragic day. Thank you once again.
Well, we have with us tonight Rabbi Joe Potasnik, chaplain of the Fraternal Order of Police and the FDNY. From the first days after 9/11, he's continued to serve as a counselor to many of the surviving family members of the firefighters and other first responders who were killed that day. Please welcome the rabbi. Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Elon. Let me just say to all of you, years ago, Simon Wiesenthal asked, when we are reunited with loved ones who were taken from us, and they ask us, what did you do when we left? We will answer, we never forgot you. I want to say, Russell, to you, to all of those who support JNF, thank you. Thank you for never forgetting the people of Israel. Thank you for never forgetting those who died on September 11th and those who have died because of September 11th with recurring illnesses. I officiated at a funeral for someone who died on that fateful day, and I met his son, about 11 years old. I said, tell me about your father. He said, my dad was the best, took me everywhere, never too busy, bought me toys. Then he said, Rabbi, I want to make a deal with you. I'll give you back all the toys. You give me back my father. I said to him, I wish I could, but you can continue to love him. Like the song says, I want to be just like you, Dad. So let me say to all of you who are here tonight and those who are around the country supporting this great cause, when you go to Israel, you stand at the Kotel, keep this in mind. There were 4 walls surrounding the temple. One was built by the priests, the Kohanim. The second was built by the Levites, the Leviim. And the third was built by the Israelites. The fourth was built by everyone together. The wall that remains standing is which one? The one that we all built together. So as my father would say to me, Joe, I don't care what kind of Jew you become. Just be proud of the Jew you become. Let us all continue, no matter where we are on that spectrum, let us all be proud Jews. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you, Rabbi. Wow, what an incredible example of support and unity. If you're in Israel, by the way, please visit this touching 9/11 memorial in Jerusalem. By the way, the only memorial outside of the U.S., outside of New York, is in Jerusalem. So I'm very proud of that. My friends, it is so important to give today, but also important is leaving your legacy and ensuring that Israel and Jewish charities remain strong for generations to come. Take a look at this.
We are the heirs of the most influential people the world has ever known. Moshe Rabbeinu, the greatest lawgiver in the history of humankind, the descendants of David HaMelech, the greatest religious poet in all of history. The world's first social critics, the first people to speak truth to power. Jews innovate in every single generation, and every one of them maintained that essential Jewish idea that you change the world not by the idea of power, but by the power of ideas.
And that's what Judaism is, that remarkable algorithm that turns Jews into the most resilient, creative, transformative, fate-defying people the world has ever known. Our Jewish story of survival and success is a miracle, and none of it happened by coincidence. If we don't think about the Jewish future now, who will? More and more young people are walking away from Judaism. Jewish organizations are struggling to raise funds and attract the next generation of donors. We must continue to strengthen the bond between Israel and North America.
The good news is that there is something we can do. We have an historic opportunity to write the next chapter of the Jewish story.
Over the next 25 years, an estimated $68 trillion will transfer to the next generation in North America. $6.3 trillion will be allocated to charity. We believe about 20% of that money will be given by Jewish donors. This means that over $1 trillion will be directed to charity by Jewish donors.
But what charities will get this money? We must ensure that a significant percentage of these resources are committed to the Jewish future.
That's the Jewish Future Pledge. It calls on all Jews to pledge that 50% or more of the charitable giving in their estate will support the Jewish people or the State of Israel. That's more than $600 billion. Signing this pledge sends a powerful message to your family, your friends, and future generations about the importance of sustaining the Jewish people. Tell them why the Jewish future matters to you. Sharing your story is the greatest gift you can give. Each of us must do our part.
Together, we must secure the Jewish future.
Jewish Future Pledge.
We sign.
I sign the Jewish
And I sign the Jewish Future Pledge.
Okay, we're in for another treat, everybody. This is another treat. I'm so excited to welcome to the stage an incredible young rapper and great advocate of Israel. Yeah, you could say he's the gravy on our biscuit tonight, because here he is, Noa Tishby, a.k.a. also known as Westside Gravy.
What's up? I'm Westside Gravy. Thank you for having me. I'm performing a special song tonight. It's a special song of a song I got called Diaspora. Hey. Yo. I'm a proud part of the diaspora. We ain't gonna play the victim. They get mad every time we're standing up. I'm proud of my people, what we accomplish. You're crazy if you think some rocket barrages will stop us. Look through our history and we've been through it all. Made it through slavery and the Holocaust and still standing tall. At the cult of Western walls and Shema meditating on all the populations to whom the song is dedicated. 6 Jewish families that resided in Khartoum. Iraqi brothers and sisters survived the Farhud. The ones who came in 56 from Israel. Now we're thriving, גרים בירושלים. וגם בחיפה, הגולן בתל אביב. באר שבע, בהנגב ואילת by the sea. אתה יודע שלא שכחתי האתיופים שעשו את הכל, מה הם אמרו שם לא יכול. I'm a proud part of the diaspora. In my heart I hold Jerusalem and Africa. Kicked aside of our land and started gassing us till we put our foot down cause we had enough. Check out the flag that I'm waving. 2 blue stripes and a huge star of David. Check out the flag that I'm waving. Keep shooting rockets but you never gon' take it. Here I'm talking about the Jews will not replace us. On college campuses they've been trying to erase us. And all that BDS campaigning, we dealt with worse problems and racist associations. The students all acting stupid, thinking they're making differences, picking and choosing troops, not knowing what real resistance is. Say you value social justice, are you kidding us? What the hell gives you the right to tell me who's indigenous? You don't have it, you just assume the privilege of looking at other people and telling them what their image is. Want the image to fit your twisted narrative, but those divide and conquer tactics ain't scaring this diaspora, of which I'm a proud part. Blue and white in my veins running through my heart. They get mad when we're surviving. The truth is, only way they like a Jew is if they're dying. So I'ma say this by the candlelight. Take a moment and remember the fallen for the sacrifice. Never again, never forget. They wanted us dead, we rose from the ashes instead. מלמדים ההיסטוריה מדור לדור. לא יהיה לנו עתיד אם לא נזכור. Wouldn't have a future if we didn't have a past. Every day we gotta take a minute and honor those who passed. Then wake up determined, we're returning to the ways that they tried to erase that we're preserving. Scattered in the wind in diaspora conditions, still maintain the connection to our traditions. Morocco to Havana, Yemen living in Athens, Ciudad de Mexico, Buenos Aires for all one nation. Through all of the oppression that they threaten, trying to shatter us, I'm still a proud part of the diaspora. I'm a proud part of the diaspora. In my heart I hold Jerusalem and Africa. Kicked us out of our land and started gassing us till we put our foot down cause we had enough. Check out the flag that I'm waving. 2 blue stripes and a huge star of David. Check out the flag that I'm waving. Keep shooting rockets but you never gon' take it. Thank you so much. Once again, I'm Westside Gravy. I'm a proud part of the diaspora and I'm proud to be part of this event.
Our daughter Chaya has trisomy 9, which is a very rare genetic disorder. She is an 18-month-old in the body of a 27-year-old.
Isaac was diagnosed as autistic about a year ago. Up until then, we just thought we had a very shy, a little bit weird boy.
At the age of 8, I've been injured in a car accident. After that, I spent about 2 years in a rehabilitation hospital.
עומר נולד בשבוע 30, ההגדרה שלו היה CP. העתיד שלו נראה מאוד מאוד בעייתי וקשה. אבל עומר הייתה מוטיבציה מאוד גבוהה. החל מגיל 15-16 הוא התחיל לחשוב קדימה. והסתבר לו שהוא אמור לקבל פטור מגיוס. הוא אמר לנו, אני לא מקבל את זה.
זה חשוב לי לשרת בצה"ל, אני בן אדם רגיל כמו כל אחד. זה שיש לי מוגבלות ברגליים זה לא אומר כלום, אני בן אדם רגיל כמו כולם ואני יכול לתרום למדינה.
גדולים בממדים זו תוכנית
שמשלבת אנשים עם צרכים מיוחדים בצבא, ואחרי הצבא בעבודה.
The idea is that each one is capable of doing something. And in this program we are focusing on their ability and disregard their disability.
מבחינתו זה סיירת. הוא כל הזמן מטפס ויורד על מדרגות, הוא הולך מאות מטרים ממקום למקום. הוא עושה את זה וחוזר ואומר, היה קשה, אבל אני מרגיש נהדר. זה לא היה קוראים לי JNF.
Chaya is severely disabled. She is not able to take care of any activities of daily living on her own. She can't dress herself, feed herself.
We heard about Alene. We came to check it out, and we were very impressed by the wonderful facilities, the shelter workshop, the swimming pool, the horses, the petting zoo, and by the wonderful, warm, and caring staff.
There is such a need for a place like this, and we definitely appreciate the generosity of everyone who's helped to make Alene the beautiful place that it is. This is a great place because she's happy here. She's at home.
She's at home.
Raz is my second son. My eldest daughter died in the car accident, the same accident that Raz was injured. Ever since I know Raz, he was very active in nature. He used to go and hike. After the car accident, he came back home and suddenly he found out that he is in a wheelchair. He cannot go out. And he was very upset. He cried a lot.
Lotem and the JNF did change my life. Without them, I don't know what we would do after we had the car accident. Nature can't judge you or have an opinion. If you have a disability or special needs, you can feel free with Lotem. That's the best thing.
When we first had the diagnosis, Isaac barely spoke. So we didn't really have too much communication with him. And that's when we had our first introduction to Jill from Graffiti, who told us that once a week they'll be bringing Isaac and the rest of his classmates for therapeutic riding. Isaac did not like animals, and at that point I thought, yes, good luck. And I think it was the third Tuesday that he came back from horse riding. I picked him up from the bus and he just threw himself at me from the top step of the bus and went, I've been on a horse! The changes we saw in our children, they came on so quickly. Isaac started to talk. The people here are incredible. The way that they are with the kids, you just can't describe. And the things that they get our children to do, it's magical. That's all I can say. It's just magical.
חברה זה שהיא יודעת לחזק את החוליות החלשות שלה. אם אנחנו נדע לחזק את החוליות החלשות שלנו, אנחנו חברה חזקה.
As parents of a handicapped child, you come to appreciate that every person is a whole world for themselves. And it's just amazing that people have that perspective. And this is a very Jewish value of caring chesed, of kindness. You have to take care of people because every person is important.
With all my challenges, with all my disabilities, I still remember that the world is beautiful, that there are great people around. And that's what I'm focusing on.
Wow. So thank you to JNF USA for the incredible work you do for people with disabilities and special needs. Taking care and improving the lives of all of our people is such an important Jewish value and allows the whole nation to contribute to the future of Israel. Now, let's go see how our friends in California are doing. Let's take a look at the screens. Let's say hi to them. Hi, everybody. Yeah, California. It's sunny there still. That's exciting. How you guys doing? They can't hear me. And now, where's my drum roll guy? Where's Dan? Let's see how much we have raised so far. You ready, guys? Drum roll on your table. Look at that. Wow. We have exceeded our goal, ladies and gentlemen. We have passed our goal of $1.5 million. Thank you. Everyone give each other high fives. This means so much to all of us here at JNF, and of course to our Israeli brothers and sisters, and to the land of Israel. It's our homeland, so don't forget that the donation you make today will be matched by our incredible donors. So everything you do will be matched. 2 for the price of 1, and you know, who doesn't like a good deal? All right, now we get to enjoy one of the most energetic, crazy, and fun bands in Israel. If you go to Israel, these guys are huge. You know their songs. You've danced to them at a wedding before, I'm sure. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, Hadag, Nahash.
Thank you, Jewish National Fund USA, for having us as a part of this spectacular event. And thank you for the work you do that strengthens and builds communities across Israel and changes the landscape of the Negev, the Galilee, and everywhere in between. המסים שלי קונים נשק ואני רואה דרכו, הילדים שלי זורמים הדק ואני גאה מאוד, הלב שלי מופר סדק רק שלא אפול דרכו, אולי הבית שלי צריך בדק ואולי בעצם אפשר לשבת כל היום ולטחון את זה, לשבת כל הלילה וללעוס ולגרום את זה, אבל למה לי לצלול ולחטוף דיכאון מזה, יותר עדיף שלא כי אין פתרון לזה. אז מה עושים? מתפננים מזיחמים מנפנפים ומחמים עפים על הקיינים ושרים שיהיה טוב, שרים כדי לא לראות, שרים כדי לא לראות שאין על מה שרים עוד שיר נחמה. נגועים משקעים, העיתונים מצבים ואני כסף תמים עוד אין מאמין. עוד פעם שיר נחמה. נגועים משקעים, העיתונים מצבים ואני כסף תמים עוד אין מאמין. עוד פעם הנציגים שלי גידלו חדק שוב נותן להם את הכל, הילדים שלי עושה נזק מקווה שלא גדול, צפת אחת רגלה רועדת נזהר שלא ליפול, אולי הבית שלי צריך בדק ואולי בעצם אפשר לשבת כל היום להפוך ולבחון את זה, להתאפק כל הלילה לא לישון מזה, בחצרת באכול אבל אין שום היגיון בזה, עדיף שלא אין פתרון לזה. מסרים נוצרים בסירים, מסרים מוסר מסרים משירים ושרים שיהיה טוב, שרים כלא לראות, שרים כלא לראות על מה שרים עוד שיר נחמה. הנגונים משקלים, העיתונים מסרים ואני כסף תמים עוד אין מאמין. עוד פעם הנגונים משקלים, על העיתונים מסרים ואני כסף תמים עוד אין מאמין. על העיתונים מחזבים ואני כסף תמים עוד אין מאמין. תמים עולה מן העמים. סובבוני בשקלים, הלחיתוני בכזבים, בעני כסת תמים עולה מן העמים. Thank you very much. Thank you. Y'all ready to sing with us? Let's hear you. Hey, hey.
דורש שלום תנו לצה"ל לכסח קרבי זה הכי הכי גיוס לכולם תור לכולם אין שום ייאוש בעולם יש את זה כאן no fear משיח בעיר אין בגץ מסכן יהודים עם תסביארקה הקדוש ברוך הוא בחירה ישירה זרה הקדוש ברוך הוא ימותו הקנאים כמה רוע אפשר לבלוע אבא תרחם קוראים לי נחמן ואני וגם כמה רוע אפשר לבלוע אבא תרחם ברוך השם אני נושם ולאחר
ברוך אתה הקדוש
מדינת הלכה הלכה המדינה מישהו ירוויח יחי המלך המשיח יש לי ביטחון בשלום של שרון חברון מאז ולתמיד ומי שלא נולד הפסיד חברון נבות שלום וכהנא צדק
שיענן משקר
צריך מלך חזק
סחתן על השלום תודה על הביטחון
אין לנו ילדים למלחמות מיותרות השמאל עוזר לערבים וטוב ליהודים פושעי אוסלו לדין אנחנו כאן הם שם אחים לא מפקירים עקירת יישובים מפלגת את העם מוות לבוגדים תנו לחיות לחיות
מוות לאחים
כמה רוע אפשר לבלוע אבא תרחם קוראים לי נחמן ואני וגם
כמה רוע
אפשר לבלוע אבא תרחם ברוך השם אני נושם עכשיו אתם כמה
רוע אפשר לבלוע
קוראים לי נחמן ואני וגם
כמה רוע אפשר לבלוע say what?
ברוך השם אני נושם לחסל, להרוג, לגרש, להגלות, להדביר, להסגיר, עונש מוות נורפיר, להשתית, להכחיד, למגר, לבאר, הכל בגללך חבר. Thank you all the people who joined us today to support the great work of JNF USA. ירושלים
קין שווה חיצוץ
הולך במדרחוב
מרגיש כמו קיבוץ
גלויות, 1000 תרבויות
לכל אחד יש שעה
9 אחיות
ערבים,
בסדר
חרדים
בחדר
וכולם פה קודמים את אלוהים
בפדר
אוכלת את ירושלים דחה מהר
יום ליום תל אביב נציצה יותר
חברים עזבו, התקרבו לבורא שמיים
פה משעמם אין ים
מה המחשבות על עזיבה 3 שנים לקחתי לקבל את ההחלטה הורס את החפצים לתוך המזוודה מהכפר לעיר לכיוון תל אביב אני מגיע באתי להזיע אתה היחידה נשבע תל אביב אני מגיע באתי להזיע אתה היחידה נשבע הנה אני בא יצאתי לכיוון מישור החוף איזה שוק, אני עומד לחטוף ועכשיו שאני בתל אביב סוף סוף שתלב עם הנוף הכותרי וזה טוב. עוד כמה שדיים נשרפו לי העיניים אחרי שנתיים שזום והמורה לא מזהה את עצמי במראה.
מכיר מתאבד מתמזג מסתרבקים כל הבעלים של הדיסקוטקים.
עכשיו שאני מבין זה לא נוצר חש כדי שעץ כל היום מתבזבז על שלום הסחירות הון הלכות בשיגעון ואז נפל האסימון. עדן היה לי בידיים מחשבות על עזיבה 3 שנים לקחתי לקבל את ההחלטה רוז את החטאים לתוך המזוודה מהעיר לכפר לכיוון ירושלים חוזר אליי אל חומותיי עד היחידה נשבע ירושלים חוזר אליי אל חומותיי עד היחידה נשבע חזרתי לירושלים, פה החומוס טוב, זה בדוק תן לי רוגע, תן לי שקט, לא יזיק איזה ביום מתי פעם אחרונה שמתי איזה פתק בכותל השקעתי באוכל, עשיתי חברים חדשים העיר הזאת תחזיר לי את השליטה בחיים להתערבב עם עצמי במקום לערבב מים, לנשום קצת אוויר הרים, צלול כעין יאללה ביתר, יאללה חיים בכפר העיקר להיות מאושר תל אביב, אני מגיע, באתי להזיע עד היחידה נשבע תל אביב, אני מגיע, באתי להזיע עד היחידה נשבע ירושלים חוזר אליי אל חומותיי עד היחידה נשבע.
Thank you very much and good night.
That was awesome. They were dancing here. There was dancing in the aisles. Yeah. All right. So, what does Israel have more of? Here, we're going to do another trivia. This is another trivia question. Guys, listen up. What does Israel have more of? Nobel Prize winners or Olympic medalists? Take a guess. You think they have more Nobel Prize winners than Olympic medalists? All right, so let's take a look at this. A, Nobel Prize winners for sure. B, Olympic medalists, 1 more than Nobel Prize. C, Olympic medalists, at least 5 more. D, it's a tie. Guys, get on your phones, vote. Let's see, what does Israel have more of? Nobel Prize winners or Olympic medalists? Here we go. Are you ready? Punch it in and let's take a look at the results. Here we go. Let's see the results. Let's look at the percentages. Are you ready? Oh, wow. 76% of you said Nobel Prize winners for sure. Wow. And 18% of you said it's a tie. 6% Olympic medalists, at least 5 more. So, drum roll. Perfect. Let's take a look at the answer. Here we go. Did you get the right answer? Whoa. Olympic, this was the one thing you got wrong. We have in Israel Olympic medalists 1 more than Nobel Prize winners. Isn't that amazing? Come on, think about it. You thought we were all brains. We're brawn. We won gold medals this year. Do you understand that? I know when you think of Jews, you don't think of athletic prowess. But we won the gold, and I remember this a couple of years ago, the first time we won any medal, Israel, it was the bronze. And again, when Jews achieve any sort of athletic achievement, it is so exciting for us, right? And there were 2 Israelis a couple of years ago who won the bronze medal, so they lost. And yet, They were treated to a hero's welcome in Israel. There were parades for these losers. They were met by the prime minister for winning the bronze. You have to understand something. You win the bronze in Russia, they put you to death. You show up back home, you're like, hello, you just won bronze medal. How would you like to be executed? You win the bronze in China, they kill your family. You show up to China and you're like, there's nobody home. Oh yeah, you won bronze. They kill your family. They're dead. You win the bronze in Iran, they hang you in your bronze medal, okay? But in Israel, it's like, wow. But this year, we won the gold, people. Yes. Our third and last award for the evening goes to the incredible Israeli Olympic team, which has displayed an immense amount of dedication, discipline, and spirit this year, and was the most successful Israeli Olympic team in history. In case you didn't follow the Olympics this year, take a look.
This year in Tokyo, the Israeli Olympic team brought home the highest achievements and the most Olympics medals that Israel has received in history, with competitors such as Lenoy Ashram and Artem Goldenpiat claiming gold and other award medals in rhythmic gymnastics, judo, and taekwondo. We had a record-breaking performance in the swimming pool and introduced many promising athletes with heroic stories, like the one of the baseball team. After accomplishing the 4th place in the World Championships of 2019, the Israeli baseball team delivered a momentous performance in the Olympic Games. Israel's baseball team is a visionary project that revives the dream of the Jewish people. Young men from across the world made Aliyah in order to represent Israel in the Olympics. JNF is a proud sponsor of the Israeli baseball team. We are truly in awe of the results of our players against the world's most successful teams from South Korea, Mexico, and the USA. Go Israel! You have brought us so much pride this year.
Yes, and now I'd like to welcome Shlomo Lipitz to the stage on behalf of Israel's Olympic team. Shlomo is a shining member of Israel's national baseball team, which represented Israel so proudly at the Tokyo Olympic Games this year. Also, let's welcome Bob Cohan, co-chair of Spectacular Sunday, to present the award on behalf of JNF USA. Please welcome Shlomo and Bob.
Thank you. Can we just have a round of applause for Mr. Gold here, who's doing such a great job entertaining us tonight? Huh? And he's gone. Anyway, Shlomo. What a pleasure to meet you. Honest, this is great. It is an honor to be up here on this stage with someone who so ably represented Israel in this summer's Olympics. And I am honored to co-chair this Spectacular Sunday event with my good friend Bernice Friedman, who couldn't be here tonight. We at Jewish National Fund USA are so proud of the entire Israeli delegation, its largest yet, with 90 athletes, 55 men, 35 women, who competed in 15 different sports. These games were also Israel's most successful to date, as you've heard. 4 medals, 2 gold, 2 bronze medals, a record number of medals won by Israel in 1 Olympics. At Tokyo, Israel marked its Olympic debut in surfing, archery, equestrian, marathon, swimming, and Team Israel baseball returned to the Games, the first time Israeli national team since 1976 to qualify for an Olympic team competition. But of course, Shlomo, you know that, you're on the team. Okay. You know, the story of Israel making it to the Olympics and experiencing so much success almost feels biblical in proportion, and if I may say, spectacular. In that spirit, and on behalf of all of us at Jewish National Fund USA, I want to present you with this inscribed certificate. As you may know, our Be Inscribed initiative allows anyone to become a part of history by donating a letter, word, or portion of a Torah which is being written on top of Masada as we speak. This certificate reflects that a weekly Torah portion has been inscribed in your honor. Thank you for representing Israel in the world's largest sporting stage and for helping to develop baseball in Israel. Kol hakavod, my friend, kol hakavod. Thank you. Thank you. And
thank you, Bob, and thank you, JNF USA. JNF USA had a big part in sending us to the Olympics, to the 25th player initiation. They helped raise money not only to send us to Tokyo, but also to build finally a baseball field in Israel, in Beit Shemesh and in Ra'anana. So thank you very much. On behalf of the Israeli baseball team, which is currently in Italy playing in the European Championships, and of course the Israeli delegation that went to the Olympics, it was a fantastic and an amazing experience, as you could imagine, even during this weird pandemic Olympics. So thanks again for everyone's here, everyone at home, JNF, LL, Israel.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Sandy Koufax of our time, and don't you dare play on Yom Kippur. Guys, one more trivia question. Are you ready? This one is going to stump many of you, so pay attention. Get your phones out. Here we go. Which city has the largest number of chess grandmasters per capita of any city in the world? Let's take a look at the choices. A, Tel Aviv. B, Beersheba. C, New York. D, Moscow. Which city has the largest number of chess grandmasters per capita of any city on the planet Earth? Type in your choices, A, B, C, or D. Tel Aviv, Beersheba, New York, Moscow. Are you ready? All right, let's take a look at how they voted. Do we have, oh, wow. 76% said Beersheba, and let's take a look. Drum roll at the answer. Which city has the largest number of chess grandmasters per capita of any city in the world? Is it Beersheba? Show me Beersheba! You never heard that on Family Feud, did you? Show me Beersheba! Show me something, please. That is right, it is Beersheba! That is unbelievable! Granted, a lot of that 76% came from Moscow, but nonetheless, we did it. Beersheba is the number one. That is incredible. All right, shh. Guys, we're almost home here. We're almost out. Okay. So, this is why JNF USA is really investing in that part of the world, because look at Beersheba. It is a growing, amazing population, and JNF is investing so much into the growth of that area in Israel. Now, let's take a look at what they're doing.
Our proposal for the World Zionist Village in the roots of where Beersheba was founded, I thought that it would be an amazing opportunity, and being in Israel and in Beersheba, it really thought that would be a challenge for us.
I have three elements that were very important. The first element, that my parents, he was completely Zionist oriented. The second thing is that I went to study architecture in Israel, and I arrived to Israel 3 weeks before Milchemet Yom Kippurim, and I studied architecture at the Technion. And with the history and with the Bible, all these elements will be reflected in the form of the building. We are two architects, one studying in Israel, one in Venezuela. We have Andres, who is not from the Jewish community, landscape architect, and we have Danny Meyer, who is from Costa Rica.
Working on a team with Israel in our hearts, in our minds, in our soul, and our pencils, this is what Zionism looks like.
Imagine a conversation about Israel, global Jewry, the leaders of today, of tomorrow. with people from Dimona, Denver, Kiryat Shimona, and Oklahoma. For the first time in Jewish history, Jewish National Fund is creating a conversation that will build bridges across generations, denominations, politics, and oceans. Direct from Beersheba, in the footsteps of Abraham. The Jewish National Fund Israel Education and Technology Campus. A state-of-the-art village that will inspire Jewish leaders of all ages and backgrounds from all across the globe. A campus surrounded by sports fields, a 1,300-acre park, a 28-acre lake, an amphitheater, a 26-screen cinematheque, and Israel's largest mall. Beersheba, a rich mosaic of people. Home to Jewish National Fund's Beersheba River Park, JNF's Louder Employment Center, Ben-Gurion University, and high-tech companies. An ideal location to make Jewish National Fund's vision come true. The campus will include an internship, innovation, and technology center, the first Zionist adult education center in the world, the southern campus of our semester abroad high school in Israel, top quality conference center facilities, study areas, a food court, restaurants, a synagogue, beautifully landscaped outdoor space, classrooms, and comfortable, modern overnight accommodations for short and long-term stays. The Internship, Innovation, and Technology Center is critical to helping college graduates stand out from the crowd in this ever-changing, fast-paced world. Jewish National Fund will use its vast connections with Fortune 500 companies to help young people obtain internships. The Zionist Adult Education Center will provide a space for organizations and individuals interested in learning and exploring the beauty and greatness of the Jewish world. Alexander Muss High School in Israel is growing to 5,000 students annually. Expanding it to Beersheba will help our youth learn, live, and love Israel, understand her challenges, grow as young Jewish leaders, and prepare them for life on college campuses and beyond. Join Jewish National Fund as we host the greatest conversation the global Jewish community ever had. Join us as we embark on a journey to build the first campus of its kind, the JNF Israel Education and Technology Campus, a campus that says we believe in the future of global Jewry. In 1901, there was Theodore Herzl. In 1948, there was David Ben-Gurion. Today, there is you.
Yes, let's do that. I can't wait to see that to come to fruition. Well, what an incredible plan, a whole village to put Israel on the map as one of the most innovative, forward-thinking, and inspiring countries in the world, a place where Jewish minds can come to grow, experience, be inspired, and feel the unity of the Jewish people. These are exciting times, and we, that is you in the audience, right here, and those at home, and all of you who watched tonight, all of you who shared the stage today, we all have a wonderful opportunity to be part of this historic movement. If you haven't donated already, in fact, even if you have, go to jnf.org/Spectacular Sunday. Donate a bit more, please. We need it. It's Israel, folks. It's all we got. It's all we have. Or you could call 1-800-542-8733. Show us some love, please. I can't believe this incredible evening is coming to an end. I hope you enjoyed all the performers and performances as much as I have. I was back there watching everything. It was an amazing night. Thank you to all of our incredible performers. Idan, Raichel, Rita, Edan, Noah, David, Broza, Eran, Biderman, Hadag, Nahash for your wonderful, incredible energy. And thanks to all of our guests and speakers for joining the JNF USA family. We have raised tonight, drumroll, what have we raised? Oh my God, $1.75 million. We exceeded our goal. That's incredible. The lines are still open. Let's make it 2. Let's make it 2 million. Why not? Lines are still open. Don't be shy. Give us a call, please. 1-800-542-8733, or if you prefer the web, go to jnf.org/spectacular Sunday. Please give what you can. It means the world to us, to our Jewish family, to the Israeli people, to the land of Israel. We have one last amazing song from a legend. The legend is in the house. He stayed here. He hit the stage tonight earlier. He stayed to give us one more legendary performance. As for me, I bid you farewell. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I look forward to seeing how much JNF USA can achieve this year. Good night, everyone. Shana Tova and Gemar Chatima Tova. Thank you. Check this out. Here he is, the one and only David Broza.
יש לך סאונד שמה? Well, sounds like this evening has been a great experience for everyone, and so I will conclude the gala with a song called Yeh Tov. All right, you got it? And I asked the great Tel Havana with Itai Kris and all the great musicians right here, while we were sitting backstage, just like you all having a good time, we were playing along, and asked them to join me for an impromptu special edition for tonight's JNF event of Yeh Tov. All right, guys. אני מביט מהחלום וזה עושה לי די עצוב, האביב חלף עבר לו, מי יודע אם ישוב. הליצן היה למלך, הנביא נהיה ליצן, ושכחתי את הדרך, אבל אני עוד כאן, ויהיה טוב, כן, לפעמים אני נשבר. אז הלילה, הלילה, איתך אני נשאר. ילדים לובשים כנפיים ועפים אל הצבא, ואחרי שנתיים הם חוזרים ללא תשובה. אנשים חיים במתח, מחפשים סיבה לנשום, ובין שנאה לרצח מדברים על השלום. ויהיה טוב, כן, לפעמים אני נשבר. אז הלילה, איתך אני נשאר. כן, שם למעלה בשמיים עננים לומדים לעוף, ואני מביט למעלה ורואה מטוס חטוף. ממשלה של גנרלים מחלקת את הנוף לשלהם ולשלנו, מתי נראה את הסוף? הנה בא נשיא מצרים, איך שמחתי לקראתו, פירמידות בעיניים ושלום בבקתתו, ואמרנו היי בוא נשלימה ונחיה כמו אחים, ואז הוא אמר קדימה, רק תצאו מהשטחים ויהיה טוב. כן. עוד נלמד לחיות ביחד בין חורשות עצי זיתים, ילדים יחיו בלי פחד, בלי גבולות, בלי מקלטים, על גברים יפרח העשב לשלום ואהבה. 100 שנים של חרב ועוד לא עבדה התקווה, טוב, כן, לפעמים אני נשבע, אז הלילה, הלילה, איתך אני נשאר, ויהיה טוב, כן, יהיה טוב, כן, לפעמים אני אז הלילה, הלילה, איתך אני נשאר, אני מביט מהחלום, אולי מגיע, כן, מגיע, כן, מגיע יום חדש.